Hey there guys. So last week I did a video on the issues of control in an eating disorder and how this concept of people developing an eating disorder because it makes them feel that they've got control over food is not really accurate anymore. And my video may have taken a different standpoint, but I hope that it's helped you realise that you don't really have control in an eating disorder. And some of you have actually thanked me so that that you can start thinking in a different way, and that's great. If you haven't seen the video, I'll put the link up there, and please watch it and let me know what you think. But in relation to this video that I did last week, I got a message from one of you, and it was a very pessimistic message. But this person says that they feel so insignificant. So what's the point in trying to get better? Because there's not really anything for them to do, even if they do get better. And this is an issue that I know is shared by many people with an eating disorder, because I've been in group therapy sessions where people say, I'm going to get better, but what have I got for me at the end of it? And what can I actually do to influence other people's lives? They just throw the word insignificant around quite a lot. And I suppose that when you're in that dark place, you can feel insignificant because there is a lot less of you physically, but also mentally. Your mind is waging a war against an eating disorder, which is occupying a massive area in your brain, and you, the actual person, is only occupying a very minor portion. So it's easy to feel insignificant during that time. But I suppose if you can conjure up the courage just to try and seek help and get better, and you start to reclaim your brain in a way, you certainly will begin to feel more significant as the time goes by. I know it can be a very long-winded process, but it's a necessary process. And eating disorders are something that are pathological. One of my doctors, he said something to me that has really stuck with me, and it has really helped me, and it is that humans are designed to survive. What an eating disorder does is it causes you to lose weight, it causes you to ultimately die if you let it. And goes completely against everything that we've evolved to try and do. So what's the point in you continuing that behaviour? And I don't know, but that sort of explanation, I guess it's a really scientific explanation. It really stuck with me, and whenever I am just feeling down, I think, you know what, this eating disorder, I shouldn't be doing it because it will kill me. The other thing about significance is that it's all relative, really. I know that some people, they've messaged me and they've compared themselves to celebrities and said, look what this person has done, and yeah, I'm just stuck here in my house doing nothing. Well, if you compare yourself to a celebrity who, firstly, doesn't have an eating disorder, and secondly, they're at step 100 of their life, you are maybe only step 2 or 3. You're at a very early stage of your life, and if you compare yourself, it's not really comparable. Just try and keep your mind off of these kind of things, because equally, if you think about it, your parents, they talk about celebrities back in their day who were huge, and you're like, who are they? Shut up. I suppose what this makes you realise is that what is actually significant is what is significant to you, not what other people seem to care about. So if you've got a family that you care about, if you've got friends, you can take great comfort in knowing that you are a part of their lives, and that ultimately in the future, if you start a family, you have people in your life who care about you, and you care about them directly, not comparing yourself to celebrities who you know that you will never meet and you'll never be a part of their lives. It doesn't matter. And I know that some of you are religious, I'm personally not, but one of the things that I think about is that I've only got one life on this world, and I suppose even if you are religious, you can appreciate that you've only got one chance at life on this planet at this time. You might have an afterlife to look forward to, but if you think about the fact that you're only going to be here once, why make yourself feel so small during that time when you know that you might have something great to look forward to in the afterlife. The other thing is that people who are at the very early stages of recovery, of course, their eating disorder has taken over their life, and in order to try and seek help, they've got to put certain life things on hold. I certainly had to defer a year of my university. I had to restart the year as soon as I came back from recovery. And I know that other people have gone through the same thing. When I was in the eating disorder unit, I know that people had to put certain things on hold. And this is a very common thing. But so when you're at that time, you don't really have anything to do other than to try and recover. And I suppose this can make you feel as though you're not really doing anything, you're not really contributing much to society. But you've got to almost just accept the fact that you're ill. And this all sort of links back to what's the difference between a psychiatric disorder and a physical disorder. If someone has a physical disorder, they will take time off to try and recover from it, and people won't really mind. And psychiatric disorders shouldn't be any different. Just because there's something that affects your behaviour, it doesn't make them any more real. So if you can just accept the fact that you're ill, try and concentrate on getting better, and use the things that you've had to put on hold as a motivation to try and get better, because you know that it's going to be waiting for you on the other side. So you might as well try and get as fit as you can to reassume that role, because you know that if you aren't 100% when you start again, there can be that niggling root in the back of your mind that can sprout again. So you might just end up in the same situation 2 months, 3 months, a year later on. So there's no point in being anything less than 100% when you start up again. And this is something that I had to go through, and I'm here now, just halfway through my 5th year. It's something that I didn't really think I'd get to last year, because I was in such a bad place, but I used it as a motivation to try and get better, and here I am. If you need proof, here it is, I suppose. So if that helps you, it's great. If you have any other questions on this, or you are in this situation of feeling insignificant and you just want someone to talk to, please feel free to send me a message. I'm always around to help. And if you've got any other suggestions that you want to see for future videos, please leave it in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching.